Now we're hearing confirmation from China's CCTV and North Korea's main state media that the two leaders, President Xi Jinping and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, indeed did make contact and they did meet and sit down for talks. We will have more details as the story develops. Moving on to a different story now. Hopes are high a detailed final agreement on the regime's denuclearization would be the result of the upcoming Washington-Pyongyang summit. But it's hard to ignore how such deals were made in past only to break down. Lee Ju-won helps shed light on what negotiators must do to make sure the talks work this time around.
North Korea and the U.S. agreed on Pyongyang's denuclearization back in 1994 by signing the agreed framework. The agreement stipulated that North Korea would freeze operation and construction of its nuclear reactors, and in exchange, the U.S. would supply the North with heavy fuel oil and help construct 2 light water reactors. While both sides worked to implement the promises, the U.S.'s lack of funding to build the reactors and the North's alleged acknowledgement of having a uranium enrichment program led to the breakdown of the agreement. The two sides in the 6-party talks also made other agreements aimed at denuclearizing the Korean peninsula without success.
The North and the U.S. didn't see eye to eye during the crafting of the agreements. The U.S. reward of a security guarantee and a peace treaty was not concrete or specific enough for North Korea. And because of those differences and the lack of trust, the past agreements were always destined to fail.
The fundamental problem with past agreements was that North Korea's willingness to denuclearize wasn't that strong, and the international community's pressure to force the North to give up its weapons wasn't tough enough either.
The Panmunjom Declaration has brought about fresh hope of denuclearizing North Korea, but for this to happen, experts say several key points must be included in the roadmap that's expected to come out of the Pyongyang-Washington summit.
The North would want its denuclearization commitment to correspond with an equal, complete, verifiable, irreversible reward. The new agreement will need a fundamental guarantee of its security, including a peace treaty and the normalization of ties.
Technical details, including a specific timeline and verification methods, were also among the points mentioned. But what many experts highlighted was the importance of trust between the North and the U.S.
Neither side had signed the past agreements with the intention to break them. But with each side's distrust that the other side would not keep its promises, misunderstandings, or delays on implementation led both the North and the U.S. to lose the direction and the will to keep up with the agreement.
With the U.S. adamant it'll not provide action-for-action rewards until the North fully denuclearizes, there are questions over how the two sides will reach an agreement. Lee Ji-won, Arirang News.